Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel today. We are going to be doing the reading for our new moon happening in the sign of Gemini here on June 6th. So take a look at your birth chart, see what house Gemini falls in for you. We're going to go ahead and get started here. Now, in the sign of Gemini, we actually have a lot of really fun things happening. We have, obviously, the sun for right now is in the sign of Gemini. But we also have Venus in Gemini, as well as Jupiter just entering Gemini, and, of course, now, the moon in Gemini here. So we have a lot of Gemini energy going on. So you may feel a little bit chaotic, but this is also a really great time for creativity, specifically because of the influence of Venus. Okay, Venus and Jupiter as well, too. I mean, Jupiter is the force behind your creativity, the force behind luck. And so you may be feeling very, very creative at this time. You may be feeling very open to new ideas. And the new moon especially is a really great time to start with new things. Because as you well know by now, the new moon is the sign, the time for the very best manifestation. So if you've been feeling very creative, if you've been feeling very inspired to start something new, do it. Work with this energy, work with it and allow it to flow, move through you. Allow yourself to be inspired. Allow yourself to be creative without having this, tight little box or this tight hold on your creativity and your self-expression. So let's go ahead and see what we pulled here to start. I pulled 3 oracle cards to start. We're going to talk about those. Then I'm going to pull some more tarot cards here. So the first card we got was the Scarab Beetle Spirit, which says magic works through you. So yes, creativity is a form of magic. I mean, you're literally taking an idea or some sort of inspiration in your mind and you're birthing it into reality. So creativity is magic. I mean, you're taking something from nothing. You're taking something from the intangible in your brain and you're making it real and you're making it possible. So magic works through you at this time and allow it to do. Allow it to work through you. Allow it to do so. This next card you have here is the Starfish Spirit, which says open to infinite possibility. Yeah, allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to feel open. This is a really incredible time because of the amount of creativity in the air. Look at your birth chart. See where this is coming in through for you. If you have Gemini in the 4th house, you may be feeling very creative towards revamping your home life. If you have Gemini in the 9th house, you may be feeling very inspired to travel at this time, or you may be feeling very inspired to start some sort of journey in higher education. So take a look at your birth chart, see where it's happening for you, and open to the possibilities within these areas for you. Open to the infinite possibility. Creativity. Don't keep yourself confined into what you think you should be doing. Allow yourself to see outside of the box at this time. And then the final card here for the Oracle is Chameleon Spirit, which says act as if. When you are manifesting, one of the best things that you can do to manifest what it is that you are looking towards is to act as if it is already here. Because by doing so, you're allowing yourself, you're opening yourself up to this energy to come in for you. So if you are manifesting something or you're using this new moon as a time to start on some sort of journey, act as if. Act as if you are already in this space that you want to see in the future, and that's going to aid you along this path as you move towards what it is that you want to bring in. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some of our tarot cards here. Hope y'all have been doing great. This is my first video after my birthday, so thank you for all the wonderful birthday wishes. Oh wait, no, I did. Oh no, I had another video. I did right after my birthday. Okay, but I don't think I said thank you in that one. So we're going to roll with that. Thank you for all your wonderful birthday wishes. And I am just really excited for summer to start. I'm really excited for, some new fresh energy coming in for all of us. Okay, wow. We have some pretty interesting energy right here. So we talked about this being a time for new beginnings, a time for new things to be coming in for you. And the first 2 cards that we have here that came out are the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And this is really interesting to me because These are both aces, and the ace in the tarot deck is the beginning of something. It is the start, or the, little spark that gets you going along this path in whatever direction of the suits that we're talking about here. And we have both the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So really right now, this is you reevaluating things based around, what sets your heart ablaze? What is something that really inspires you in your heart? And with this being in the reverse, you're specifically looking at this because you've been feeling uninspired lately. So maybe me starting off this reading had you saying, I haven't been feeling very creative at all. I don't know what you're talking about with this sense of creativity coming in. Some of you may have been feeling that way right at the start of this reading with all the talks of creativity. Like, where has that been for me? Because I have not been experiencing it. And that is what this Ace of Cups in reverse is you've been feeling very uninspired. You've been feeling very worn down. You may have been putting a lot into the thing that you are building. And that is represented by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles, a lot of you are pretty familiar with this. Pentacles are usually associated with like money, but it's your resources. So you've been putting a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy towards something, towards whatever your heart is searching for at this time. Could be a new relationship, could be a new job, could be some sort of new project that you want to take your team in at work. You're searching for something right now, and you have been putting a lot of time, effort, and energy into doing so. And yes, it could very well be money related for whatever reason, You have been reevaluating these things. You have been taking a look at them because of where they have been in your life. You've been experiencing a lack of them at this time. Let's talk about what the next card here is. We have the World card here. This is that infinite possibility that starfish spirit was talking about, because the World card is the final card of the major arcana. This is the one that has everything in it. This is total integration with life and source and creative energy, the light of the universe, essentially. And so I feel like this card is really telling you to open up to the world of possibilities, open up to the world. And you are looking at your world right now, your life, the way that you are living at this time, and you're evaluating what things need to change in order for me to step into this new world. Because the World card here is a portal card. And what I mean by that is that this card is the one that takes you. It's the very end of the cycle of the major arcana. And so the card that follows after this is actually starting the cycle over again with the Fool card, starting something new, moving and making, direction, taking action, making decision towards what you want, choosing to start the cycle again. And so I really feel like this World card is really what that is it's your portal between where you are now, which is at the very end of something else, and moving you through a portal into a new reality where you're doing something different. So the World card, infinite possibility, infinite options, a huge world of things available to you, and your world very well could change here within the next few weeks, within the next few months. Now, following the World card, we have Temperance. Now, temperance, what is temperance? Because it kind of seems like a weird, funny word when we hear it sometimes, but temperance is really just about knowing. It's about knowing how much to give versus how much you need to keep for yourself. It's balance, but it's more than just, it's not just about balancing scales, making sure it's even on both sides, because that's not always fair and balanced within real life. Oftentimes we need to have more energy put towards one area versus another because one thing's more important. One thing needs more from us than the other. So temperance is not just about making it look even on both sides. It's about making sure that the proper amount is allotted where it needs to go. And as we said, that can be with your energy. That can be making sure that you're not putting in too much at work and not enough at home, or vice versa, depending on what's been going on with your life. So really a lot of this change, a lot of this new world that you're stepping into for yourself is going to require a lot of this temperance energy. So a lot of you could be trying to kick some bad habits. A lot of you could be trying to start doing things different. And it's going to not necessarily be an easy change. It's going to be something that's going to require some work from you and work at balancing something within your life. Finding a new balance. I mean, a balance of your energy and how you're spending it, a balance of your inspiration. You've been feeling unbalanced already. So temperance is a righting of the scales. But as we said, it's not just about making it even. So now let's talk about this last card here. You have the Judgment card in reverse. Now, we were talking about portals earlier with the World card here, but take a look at Judgment, because Judgment has these two mirrors, and it almost literally looks like two doorways, two opportunities along a path towards one another, and kind of this liminal space in between. And Judgment card traditionally with the Rider-Waite deck is like a card of waking up, a card of being woken up to higher calling, to higher purpose. So I feel like that is essentially what you are trying to move towards, what you are trying to change, is you want to be aligned with this sense of higher purpose. You want to be, you know, who doesn't want to be in a place where they feel like that's where they belong, where they're meant to be? And so I feel like this is really the thing that you are searching for, is you're really searching for that moment, that thing that's going to wake you up and help you feel like you are in a new world for yourself, help you feel aligned with these things that you want. We have the chameleon spirit, which said act as if. So I feel like you need to act as if this world is already here for you. You feel like it is something that is so distant. Where you are now and where you want to be, you feel like it's really distant with this Judgment card in reverse. It feels distant, but I really don't think it's actually as distant as where you really think it is. I don't think it's as bad as what your brain is telling you it is right now. Act as if. So yeah, you need to act as if you are already in this space of newness for yourself. The more that you act as if, the more you'll feel like you're actually setting into what it is that you're supposed to be doing. All right, let's go ahead and clarify these guys here. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is your community. The Three of Cups is the people that you love to spend time with, that you take joy being around. And I think it's so interesting to me that the answer to what the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is the Three of Cups, because your other card here was the Ace of Cups in reverse. From that very beginning, your second card. So I think it's really interesting that the answer to this question of where you are spending your time, where the misbalance is, revolves around you needing to spend more time with your community. Spend more time with friends, family, people that make you feel good about yourself. I feel like a lot of you could have been neglecting yourself, or even trying to like hide yourself away because of what you were going through. I think a lot of you are probably feeling very lonely, and you need to spend some time with people around you that build you up. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Ace of Cups in reverse. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, so the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this is about knowing when to hold back, knowing when to not give to people. This kind of almost has like an over-giving thing about like giving to those who don't deserve it. Giving to people who take too much from you without actually like properly thanking you or like giving back to you in some way. So like energy vampire is what really comes to mind. And so a lot of you have been feeling emotionally drained because you are over giving in this area to somebody else, something else. And like I said, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, your answer was a cup. Well, the opposite is true with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Your answer was a pentacle. So these two things for you are really closely aligned. What you want to be doing and what you want to fill your cup. So you want both. You want to be able to do something that helps you feel happy, helps you feel aligned inside, helps you feel connected to your purpose. But there are some things that need to change. And with that Six of Pentacles in reverse, that one is, you know, not giving to people who don't deserve it. You need to save some for you too. You need to take care of you first, because you can't pour from an empty cup. All right, with the World card, you have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that no longer serves you, willing to leave something behind so that you can move to something better. And the Eight of Cups here, this card can kind of have like a, almost like a grief feeling about it. Like, it's not easy to leave these things behind, and it is going to cause a little bit of grief for you. But really, you're moving on to something better, because the card after this one is the Nine of Cups, right? And the Nine of Cups is about enjoying a feast, a party, the fruits of your labor, essentially, being around what makes you happy. And you have to walk away from the things that don't. So this World card, yeah, this is about you moving into a world better for you, moving into a better space that you really want. You want to get away from these energy vampires. All right, with Temperance, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Heck yeah, okay. So the Wheel of Fortune here, this is actually the card associated with Jupiter. And as we said, Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini. Jupiter's hanging out with the moon and the sun and Venus, all in Gemini, having a great time right now, right? So the Wheel of Fortune, this is about things changing in your favor, changing for the better. And I think it's so interesting that the Wheel of Fortune, something that almost seems like, you know, winning the lottery or like hitting the jackpot, right, is associated and aligned here with your Temperance card, and about temperance being having to make sure to maintain this balance. And so I think it's reminding you that, you know, it's almost like with great power comes great responsibility, is what I'm thinking right now. You're being given an opportunity for like massive change and wealth and things going on in your life, but you have to know what to do with it, right? If you win the lottery, they say like most lottery winners end up broke again within 10 years after winning it, because they don't know what to do with it. They end up overspending it, or they end up spending it again on more lottery stuff and putting themselves broke again. So it's like you're being given, or you're being opened to the possibility for this, but it's almost like saying, you know, you're going to be given this wealth, this jackpot in some way, but you need to know what to do with it, and you need to be, I wouldn't say like hesitant, but you need to be a little bit cautious, a little bit discerning about where you are using these energies. And then with the Judgment card in reverse, you have the Strength card. Such an interesting combo for these ones too as well. And there's a lot of major arcana cards in this reading. You have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 here. So 5 of the 22 major arcanas. So this journey, wrong card. This journey that you find yourself on, this liminal space between these two portals that you are moving through, these two pieces of life that you find yourself between, it is going to take strength. It is going to require stuff from you sometimes that can be really hard. And you're going to have to be strong through this change. It's not going to be something that is easy. You know, nothing good ever comes easy is what they say, right? That's not always true. But I think that this Strength card is just reminding you that it is going to require strength, but you are going through this for a reason. And the Strength card is saying that, like, you have what it takes to get through this. You have the strength to be able to move into this new life for yourself. You have to want it badly enough first. You have to want it, but it's not just about wanting it. You have to have the strength to be able to move towards this. And you do. So, you know, lean into that creative energy. Lean into that feeling. Lean into that strength. I almost feel like as if it is going to require strength, but like, I feel like so much of the community lately has been dealing with like putting in too much to the point where it's almost not worth it. And what I mean by that is like, you should be aligning yourself with the things that you love to do. You should be aligning yourself with the things that fill up your cup, right? With your community, with the things that you love and where you want to go. But it should not require back-breaking, blood, sweat, and tears kind of labor. We're going to pull one last card here for the Gemini new moon reading, and this is going to be from The Universe Has Your Back. So think of it as like a little message from the universe to you about what is going on right now. A little bit of encouragement, a little bit of light and happiness along your path, along the way here. All right, so the first one here that we have says, "My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Yeah, I mean, we had the act as if card. So acting as if you have to maintain your focus on what it is that you want to move towards. And what you focus on, if you focus on your lack, if you focus on the things that are keeping you from where you want to be, that is what you are manifesting. If you focus on the feeling, if you focus on the energy of the reality that you want to move into, of where you are, where you want to be, your energy creates your reality. So focus on what you want to manifest. Don't focus on what you don't want to manifest. Don't focus on the things holding you back from where you want to be. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. So yeah, I mean, we kind of talked a little bit with the strength card here in the judgment in reverse. I feel like this change is going to require strength from you, but it shouldn't be. It's not the thing itself that's going to require strength. Really, what's going to require strength from you is moving on this journey towards what you want, right? Moving towards this reality for yourself. But the reality that you want to live in should not require the back-breaking, soul-sucking labor, right? If it is, you're probably not where you're supposed to be right now. That's probably your sign to change. When you are actually in the space of oneness with what you want to be doing, who you want to be, it's not going to feel like it takes every drop of your strength and sanity to stay there, right? You should be in a space where you feel content. And I'm not necessarily saying calm, because some people strive to be in fast-paced environments. That's where they do best, and that's where they want to be. Good for them, you know? But I feel like it shouldn't require your... I hope I'm saying this right. I hope I'm making sense. Because, like, there are times when I thought I was where I wanted to be, only to realize that it's not where I'm supposed to be. We do learn lessons along the way here. Making this change towards something else when you think it's what you want, only to find out it's not, you know, there's no shame in that, but it's a sign that, you know, you're not where you're supposed to be. When you are leaning on your path, when you are leaning towards your true path, this is going to be what helps show you in the first place that, like, this is where you're meant to be. It's not going to be something that requires every ounce of your mental strength to maintain, right? It's going to be something that feels peaceful to you in whatever capacity you experience peace. And when you lean on the faith of the universe, what that means to me is like leaning on your faith in the universe, leaning on your faith to be able to say, I trust where I am going. I trust the path that I am on and where I am being led to. I trust that everything I have gone through has been for my betterment, for my greater purpose, to learn a lesson and to lead me towards my future, where I want to be, where I see myself. When you trust that faith, when you trust that even if you've been brought to places that felt like dead ends, every single thing that you have been brought through, every single thing along this path, if you have faith that it was for a reason, that it was for learning something, peace becomes real, because you start to realize that even in the negative times, even in the times that were painful or, you know, troublesome to go through, you realize it was still for a reason and that it wasn't for nothing, and that you learned good lessons. I'm not saying learn a lesson. I think when we hear learn a lesson, it sometimes sounds like punishment in a way, and that's not what the universe is here to do. The universe is not here to punish you, but you learn how to deal with things. You learn what it's like to go through these things. And maybe you share these things with other people and you show them how to go through these things as well. Or, you know, it teaches you something about yourself that you didn't know before, that you had greater strength than what you ever thought you would have. So when you trust in faith, when you trust in where you are being brought to, it creates a sense of peace, because you're not so caught up on the what ifs as well too, if that makes sense. So lean on faith, trust the universe, trust this creative process, this time that we are going through, this expansion. Trust the wheel of fortune, trust in your strength, trust in the world, Trust in the universe, trust in where you are going, trust in yourself, that you have the ability to discern these things, these messages for yourself, to know what you need to be doing, where you need to go. Magic works through you always. Always trust that. And yeah. Thank you for being here today, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next one.